know his history.
So what happened on the murder case?
Uh,
I think that the bond is insufficient. You scare me, Mr. Emanuel. You truly do. Okay, take your time. I mean, there's no, he's not going anywhere anyways, right? So we'll set it off like a week or two, talk to him in the interim perhaps, and okay. Are you Mr. Edens Emanuel? Good morning, sir.
How you doing, sir?
Guys, keep it down, please. So you were charged with a murder case.
Yes, sir.
You're out on bond for a murder case, right? Which I gotta say, you're probably lucky as it is to be out. And now you pick up an assault of a family member. Don't say anything, because I don't know anything about your cases. We're gonna do probable cause because I gotta get to know you now. You're charged, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're gonna do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you. Okay, so let's go from the top.
yes.
What happened on the assault?
On March 26, 2024, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to an assault. Officers met with the complainant witness. Defendant and complainant witness got into a verbal argument while defendant was driving. Complainant wanted to exit the car, but the defendant wouldn't slow down to allow her to get out. Complainant broke defendant's rearview mirror. Defendant punched the complainant several times in the face, causing pain. Complainant was finally able to exit the vehicle. Defendant sped off and complainant called 911. Officers noted that complainant had a large welt on her cheekbone. And you know his history.
So what happened on the murder case?
It still looks like, as far as the murder case is concerned, it looks like it's still pending. It's a felony indictment.
Yeah, super.
Yeah, still pending, Your Honor. But that, just the facts of that case, it appears that it was. It's like on October 19th, this was actually from 2017. There was an investigation regarding an assault which occurred between two inmates in a holdover cell at the jail facility at 1200 Baker Street in Houston. One of the inmates, identified as Lloyd Allen Mosley, had been transported by EMS to.
Okay, so it was a jail murder? Is that what it was? Okay, Mr. Emanuel, I think that you're an extreme danger to society, man. I really do. Your bond is set at $10,000. I don't even think that's enough. I'm going to raise it up to $30,000. I think that you were lucky to be out. Now you pick up a new case and you're on bond for a murder case. I don't think so, man. I think that you're a very, very big danger to society, and I'm going to raise it up. I don't think 10,000 isn't.
According to the murder, further states in here that they saw surveillance camera looked like that the defendant Edens was trying to get the attention of officers because of sexual advancements in the jail, and then they learned that he had several lacerations to the face. So according to the accusatory document here from the officer, it appeared that the inmate Mosley had neurological injuries sustained in the assault.
And then I guess I would say succumb to those injuries. Yeah. Mr. Emanuel, I'm entering in what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. That is a court order that identifies Nikedra Winston as a protected individual. I know that one was issued, but I'm updating it for today's date. I'm finding that this person is a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Only one more thing I'm going to tell you. The jail calls are all recorded. So I will be very careful what you do, who you say, and who you talk to. I'm telling you not to talk to this person now. I'm entering in this order for protection. If this person should call you, I wouldn't accept it. I wouldn't talk to her because you're the one that's going to pick up the violation of the protective order. And I'm telling you now, I don't care about anything in this life but public safety. And if I find that you violated a protective order, I can have a hearing to hold you at no bond, zero bond, and I'll do it in a heartbeat. You understand, Mr. Emanuel? Thank you.
Your Honor, so the writ was done.
Okay, I'll let them get to it. Then he's going to go talk to the Domestic Violence Division. I'll let them handle it. I think that the bond is insufficient. You scare me, Mr. Emanuel. You truly do. So, all right.
Well, luckily enough, the judge gave him a higher bail. He doesn't need to be out on the streets, killing people and beating up his own family. I'm not sure what judge gave him that low bail, but hopefully they'll find out. I wonder if they ever do go back and loc or if they're too busy and never bother. Well, here's the next video.
Okay, Mr. Brown, you said, right? All right, good morning, Mr. Brown. All right, you're Jermaine Brown? Okay, Mr. Brown, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Holy moly, Mr. Brown. Oof. So you're now on bond for 2 felonies, and now you picked up another 2 cases? Holy moly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're also charged with evading arrest or detention. All right, please.
Yes, Your Honor, on 5/14, excuse me, on May 14, 2024, officers responded to a shoplifting at the fossil store located at 5085 Westheimer Road, Harris County, Texas. Complainant Alicia Cooper stated defendant purchased a wallet and asked about a service which required her to go to the back of the store. Upon returning to the counter, the defendant was gone. Complainant reviewed surveillance footage, which showed the defendant putting on a necklace and placing other jewelry items in his pockets, leave the store without paying for the items. Complainant provided description to the officers. Officers observed the defendant in the mall and ordered him to stop. The defendant sped up his pace and started to run when officers pursued him. The defendant ran out of the loading docks, through 2 garages, and out to the streets while officers chased him in uniform, ordering him to stop. The defendant was eventually caught approximately half a mile away. Officers recovered a necklace and 3 bracelets from the defendant's pockets and 1 necklace off the defendant's neck that was taken from Fossil Store, totaling an amount of $340. Pending felony tampering government records and pending felony false statement obtained through credit, $30,150.
So what happened on the felony tampering case?
I believe those cases are yet pending. It's
Yeah.
still back on the 19th.
I want to know how dangerous this dude is.
August 19th, that case is reset for August. I'm pulling it up now. So Leos were dispatched to a forgery in progress. The officers met with the complainant who stated the defendant attempted to use a fake ID to get a Kia vehicle from a dealership. The defendant was filling out paperwork to purchase the vehicle. Complainant asked the defendant for a social security card, and the defendant said he would have to go to LA to get his card. First red flag for complainant. Complainant asked for insurance. Defendant gave him insurance, but complainant verified later the defendant left with the vehicle. After verifying, complainant stated defendant was not the policyholder and that someone else was. Next day, defendant sent picture of social security card. Complainant was suspicious of photo. Complainant began tracking the vehicle. Complainant was next door at other dealership. Second red flag. Complainant looked at a copy of the driver's license, which only had 9 digits instead of 20 of the audit number. Complainant sent picture to officers.
I think we're good. I think we're good. You know, Mr. Brown, what do you do for a living?
Homeless at the moment.
How old are you?
24.
Why are you homeless at 24?
Came out here, had a job lined up, the job fell through. Also, my apartment fell through, and I was living in my car at the moment, and I was strapped at the moment. What's up,
Where are mom and dad?
back in Louisiana?
Why aren't you back at Louisiana?
They won't allow me to come back home after the felony charges.
The hole that you dig now, Mr. Brown, and the fact that you are branding yourself a thief time and again at 24 is going to hose you and come back to bite you in the scheisse 15 times over. How you are now and what you do with your life now is you are setting yourself up for the next 40 years. And if you act like this, and if you try to set yourself up like this, you will be just another person with a number on their back in prison with no prospects, no money, living this miserable. This life can be fantastic. It can be wonderful. Where you jet set to Paris, you go to Monte Carlo, you buy nice and expensive things, or this life can be a rotten, miserable journey where you're scrounging for food, doing stuff on the street that you never thought you would do just to earn a dollar, just to feed yourself. You're headed there now. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the people of Harris County. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what your situation is. I don't care who you are. But if you're going to endanger my public, I'm going to take you off the street in a heartbeat. And then I'm going to tell you now, you were lucky to get out now, to even have 2 felony cases, and now you got these 2 cases here. Something stupid like that. I'm now going to keep you so close. You're going to think I've made a new career just to have you here. I'm putting a monitor on you so I know where you are at all times. And I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. Where is this, at the Galleria? Where was this?
Yes, Your Honor. The Galleria, Westheimer.
You were not allowed to go to the Galleria whatsoever. Do you have an actual driver's license?
I'm sorry, I don't.
Then you are not allowed to drive. And I'm going to have you sign in with me today an affidavit promising that you're not going to drive. I don't care what your situation is. You ain't got a license, no driving. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. I will give you a lawyer today, but I'm going to keep you on a very short leash. The other thing that you must understand is that you're on bond for 2 felony cases and you've picked up 2 misdemeanors. It's very possible now that they revoke your bonds upstairs and they issue 2 felony warrants and double your bonds where they are now. At some point, you're going to get it. And if you don't, I'm going to have him monitored now, so you don't need to do it. So no driving, no alcohol, no drugs. We will randomly test him. No going to the Houston Galleria whatsoever. We'll put a GPS monitor on him so we know where he is at all times. Waive all the fees. 3 days, please. 3 days. I'm going to set you up with a lawyer now. They have services that are available if you need. All you have to do is ask. I will feel absolutely no sympathy or empathy for you if you pick up a new case, you endanger my public, or hurt anybody else. I don't give a rat's behind when you do anything like that. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I repeatedly put people in jail. I probably, in my opinion, I probably have the highest jail count because I'm tougher than most felony judges. Do you mind reaching out to the man, please, for Mr. Brown? All right, so I'm gonna have you come over here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive. You will get the Victoria where I'm gonna have you sign a reset, and then you'll get with pretrial for your bond conditions. Don't fail me now. Where are you gonna be living now?
I have my partner now.
Okay, it's time for you to get a job, a full-time job that's legitimate, and let's make that a bond condition as well. And I want to see him back here in 2 weeks, 2 weeks to see what he's done to get a job. Mr. Brown, you will get a full-time job, and I want to see what proof you've done it. In 2 weeks, I want you back here to show me what you've done to get a full-time job. If you've done nothing, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Did you graduate from high school?
I did.
Good. All right, let's go. Make me proud.
A lot of people act like this is a victimless crime, but the rest of us watch the news and we see people that work at Home Depot and Walmart and other stores getting hurt trying to stop people from stealing stuff. You know, there's an idea of just let them take it, let them go, but then there's also the sense of right and wrong, and stealing is wrong. So hopefully the judge can work his wonders with him. I doubt it, but that's just the pessimist in me. I always hope for the best, but we wouldn't have these channels if everybody acted right. Either way, you guys have a great day and talk to you later.